Today I'm gonna answer 30 questions about ability cards in Red Dead Online. In my community page I've asked what do you guys wanna know about ability cards and got more than 100 questions. I've choose the most interesting and popular ones and gonna answer them today. By the way, it's something new, and if you will like it, please let me know so we can do it more often.
That's what she said.
Before we begin, I have to mention that here we have mostly advanced questions, and if you're interested in basics, please go check my beginner's guides on ability cards and Deadeye. Link will be in the description. If you have a golden stamina bar, do you get more damage resistance when using Iron Lung and also more damage while using peak condition? No, this ability gives you maximum bonus when you have full stamina. If you have fortified bar or status, it doesn't matter. Does slow and steady synergize with kick in the butt? Yes, they do. You see, when you have slow and steady active, each time when you get in damage you losing some amount of the die. And kick in the butt will restore you almost equal amount of the die. Strange medicine, is it worth having it in PvP situation, or is it... Or is it better suited just against AI? Well, strange medicine is best to use in PvE situations, especially when you have a lot of enemies and you killing them pretty fast. In PvP, on the other hand, it's not that great. I mean, it's not totally useless, but there are most of the time better ability cards to use instead of strange medicine in pretty much any situation. Okay, there were many interesting questions about winning streak ability card, and I will answer them in a different video. I will call it winning streak in depth, because there are some additional testings has to be done, but already we have a lot of interesting results about this ability card. This question basically sounds like, why cannot I one hit to the chest some NPCs using roll and block rifle with 4 damage ability cards? You see, some NPCs, for example NPCs at the legendary bounty missions high difficulty, have a lot of health, more than player would have, and it would require, for example, 2 body shots even with roll and block rifle to kill them. But with maximum damage build you are getting around 50% extra damage at best, so it still will require 2 body shots to kill. Because yes, you have a lot of extra damage, but it's still not enough. Anyways, in my opinion, damage ability cards are useless in PvE. Can you steal one shot with Carcana using marksman and peak condition? If you mean using sharpshooter and peak condition, then answer is yes, unless your opponent using tonics or maybe some defensive ability cards. By the way, there were many funny questions, but not really related to the topic of discussion, and I'm gonna answer them in the second episode of Red Dead Roasted, probably next week. Hi Cat, what are the best ability cards for free aim PvE gameplay? I would probably use Painted Black plus Strange Medicine, maybe Cold Blooded, and some ability card to restore the die, for example Eye for an Eye if you go in for a headshot, or maybe Kick in the Butt or even live for the fight. Best ability cards to make a tanky horse. There is no reason to make a tanky horse. I mean, in PvP no ability cards will protect your horse from dying, and in PvE you can simply use Ride Like the Wind and your horse will be fine. Here we have winning streak question again, and we're gonna answer it in a separate video, but second part of the question is, what passive ability cards will give you the most damage reduction in PvP? What about PvE? In PvE you definitely gonna benefit from Fool Me Once ability card a lot, because you're gonna be shot quite often. In PvP, best passive defensive ability card depends on your playing style. For example, if you're using slow and steady and some sort of a tank build, then Fool Me Once is a must-have. But if you want to protect yourself from being one-shot killed with Carcana rifle, for example, you can use Never Without One and Iron Lung. This will give you some time to, fight back and kill your opponent with a headshot. You should do an ability card tier list. Well, I guess I should, because since the last time I was making such video, many ability cards were changed. What other ability cards stuck with Hangman? Asking for a friend. Oh, of course you do. For a friend, yeah. Anyway, most damage ability cards stack up with Hangman. Is it better to set up for damage or defense? Unfortunately, at the moment defensive setups are way stronger than damage setups. And that's because defensive ability cards synergize with tonics. What's the best ability cards for rifles like Rolling Block or Carcana Rifle? Well, you're definitely gonna have Sharpshooter, and also I prefer to use Peak Condition, just to make sure that my Carcana Rifle with Express Armor will one kill to the body people without tonics or defensive ability cards. How good are two horse related cards when used together compared to other builds in situations when you are going to be always mounted? Actually, there are 3 horse related cards, but they are not good comparing to other builds. What is a good Deadeye ability for sniping but also being a support class? The answer is extremely simple: Focus Fire. Do you think a stealth Deadeye card that hides your icon would work in the future? I think it's an interesting idea, but it seems a little bit too overpowered. My PvE build was Slippery Bastard, Fool Me Once, Strange Medicine and Cold Blooded. What do you think of this set? I will definitely replace one of these cards with Unblinking Eye, because you're gonna use this ability card with Slippery Bastard, but anyways, it seems like a pretty expensive setup. I mean, you will have to use a lot of tonics. The next question is, do Live for the Fight and Gift of Focus stack? And the answer is yes, they do. With Gift of Focus, Live for the Fight will regenerate Deadeye faster. One very important question, PvP Cat: does the positioning of ability cards have any effect? No, you can place ability cards in any order you want, it doesn't matter. Is Focus Fire a good card for Sharpshooter card? It depends on the situation. In showdowns I would rather use some protective ability card like Slippery Bastard or Slow and Steady, but if you are doing this posse versus posse free roam fight, then one player in your posse definitely should use Focus Fire. Winning Streak versus Fool Me Once on maximum tier. Will they cancel each other out? I've been testing this and yes, they almost cancel each other. Actually, Fool Me Once has a little bit more effect than Winning Streak for some reason, but the difference is extremely small. Does Landon's Patience increase damage every second with max damage after 15, or it only increases damage after 15 seconds? Landon's Patience increases damage every second, but the bonus, if the time between shots is less than 15 seconds, is pretty small. If you shoot someone who is using Slow and Steady in the head with an arrow, will the card defend you from the headshot from the arrow, or will the person instantly die? Slow and Steady defends from the headshots even with arrows. Here we have few questions. Which ability card should be nerfed, buffed or changed? First of all, there is only one ability card that needs to be nerfed in my opinion, and it's Painted Black. But many ability cards should be buffed or changed. In fact, I'm pretty sure that almost half of ability cards are rarely used, so they need some changes. For example, Short Game ability card. It's pretty bad ability card and I don't suggest you to use it at the moment. But if some additional effect will be added to this card, maybe, increased accuracy for shotguns, then it might be a reasonable choice for many builds. Next question. Uncommon, fun to use builds. Well, pretty much any Hangman build is uncommon and fun to use, but not really effective. And personally, I enjoy these double pistol maximum damage builds with Gunslinger's Choice and other damage ability cards. Again, they are not super effective, but really fun. What Rockstar should focus on if they want to add new ability cards? In my opinion, they should focus on giving multiple effects to new ability cards. Multiple effects like Iron Lung and Peak Condition and Sharpshooter has. The right loadouts for Gift of Focus. With Gift of Focus you wanna use some other Deadeye restoration ability card like Eye for an Eye, Live for the Fight or maybe Kick in the Butt. Which is kinda weird, Gift of Focus gives you some effect even if you don't use any of those cards, but it's better to use them together. Can Slippery Bastard counter explosive bullets at medium range? Yes, it can. Do Landon's Patience, Winning Streak and Peak Condition all affect melee damage? What other cards, if any, do? All damage ability cards affect melee damage, except Sharpshooter and Gunslinger's Choice, obviously, and Hangman. Next question. What goes good with Slippery Bastard? Definitely Unblinking Eye, and also I recommend you to use Never Without One ability card, because you're not only getting extra damage reduction, but also it's gonna protect you from the headshots with shotguns and bows, and many times people will try to counter you with these weapons. Is Never Without One a good card? Yes, it definitely is. What's the best card and why it's Painted Black? Yes, I agree, Painted Black is definitely the best ability card in the game at the moment. Mostly because of the perfect accuracy, it's just too strong. Anyway, Painted Black can be used effectively in pretty much any in-game situation. It's good in any sort of PvP, it's good in killing NPCs, it's good for hunting, even for hunting legendary animals, despite the fact that you cannot mark legendary animals, but you still get in perfect accuracy against them. In some particular situations it might not be the best choice, but it's definitely good solid choice anywhere. That's why Painted Black is extremely good. I mean, it's almost as good as my patrons from Patreon. Thank you guys for supporting this channel. And the last question is, what's the best tank build? And it's not like there are too many different tank builds, to be honest. I mean, to call it a tank build you definitely have to use Slow and Steady and Fool Me Once, plus Tonic and Fortified Health status. Also it would be good to use some Sniper Rifle and Sharpshooter, because it's not only gonna give you some extra damage, but also will increase your damage resistance. And since we want to get as much damage reduction as possible, it's also gonna be useful to have Iron Lung. I can see some arguments for using Strange Medicine instead of Iron Lung, but it's debatable. So basically there is a tank build: Slow and Steady, Fool Me Once, Sharpshooter, Iron Lung. So guys, thank you for asking these awesome questions. I've tried to answer as much as I can, and I hope that it was interesting and useful for you. And as always, thank you for watching. До свидания.